What's going on, guys? Ryan here with Jedi Patrol. Today we're going to be unboxing Obi-Wan Kenobi Deluxe from Hot Toys. That's right, guys, Ryan here with Jedi Patrol. Welcome back to another video. It's been a minute since I've done a Hot Toys video, and I gotta tell you, I got a lot more coming. So if you like this kind of content, absolutely hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and comment down below, participate in the patrol. Now, today, we're gonna be taking a look at the Obi-Wan Kenobi Deluxe from Hot Toys. This thing is freaking beautiful, but I figured we'd take a minute, take a look at the box real quick. Now, normally Star Wars boxes are pretty boring, and if you got the standard version of this, I think you're just gonna get the boring gray and black box. But we went ahead and got the Deluxe because this comes with all kinds of cool accessories. So they throw this awesome like Mustafar, like lava fire thing going on here. Really dig this. And we got this sticker. Now this sticker I can do without the sticker thing, but this I really like. It kind of makes it stand out on the shelf. On the side you can see Obi-Wan there in his little battle pose. On the back we've got the credits on who did what. And then on the side it says right there MMS478 Obi-Wan Kenobi. So that's pretty cool. Now I've already taken the figure out of this box. I've already done a lot of stuff with this figure, and I promise you're gonna want to see this video. This figure, if you're a Star Wars fan, you should absolutely be considering picking this up. But I wanted to show you the inner art, the insert as they call it, because Hot Toys all the time puts awesome inserts in these things, and this one's no exception. So I thought now would be a good time to take a look at it. But look at this. Look at this. It's freaking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love this thing. As a photographer, I love just cool stuff like this. I mean, I love watching 6-scale figure photographers. I love seeing artists and painters and all kinds of cool stuff like this. And Hot Toys didn't fail to deliver on this one. Very, very cool. We've got a couple of these accessories we're going to be taking a look at in just a second, but I thought you definitely want to take a look at that. Taking a look at Obi-Wan out of the packaging, this is how he's going to arrive to you if you get him out of the box. He's going to come already in this robe, the Jedi robe, and it looks fantastic. I will tell you that this particular robe I like a heck of a lot better than either the light side Anakin or the dark side Anakin. I think they got the material right. I think the weight is right. I think the cut and sew is right. I think everything about it, the color is right. I think it's fantastic. And so I just want to point that out. If you've got the Anakin, either the light side or the dark side, this robe is definitely better. And I would love for them to continue using this material on some future figures, like we were going to get Qui-Gon, and hopefully maybe we'll get another like a younger Anakin, like from episode 2. I think that would be pretty cool, but chances are probably not. But let's go ahead and take a close look at this head sculpt. Now this head sculpt was a bit of a controversy when they dropped the blogger photos way back when, and then they actually dropped this figure in Hong Kong. There was some controversy about, did they nail the skull? Did they mess it up? Did they change it? Did they do whatever? And I can tell you right now, regardless of whatever they did, I think they nailed it. I'm super happy with this one. I would not hesitate one bit to say this is Ewan McGregor, and it looks freaking fantastic for Obi-Wan. I mean, I love it. There is some blonde highlights going on in the hair. The eyes look fantastic. I love that he's looking straight ahead, and he's not looking off to the side like we did with the Tom Holland sculpt on Spider-Man Homecoming, the tech suit, where the eyes are looking off to the side, and if you want him looking straight forward, you got to get the homemade suit. I like it, and if you're not going to get the purge system where you can adjust the eyes, looking straight ahead just works for me. And I can tell you this particular sculpt, it looks like he's got a purpose. He looks like he's staring down Grievous, and he's about to whip out the saber. He's about to go out there and go to battle with him. That's where this isn't one of those dead face looks. The eyebrows on this thing, the brows got some actual focus and some purpose behind this one, and so I think they absolutely nailed this sculpt. I'm pretty happy with it. Taking Obi-Wan out of the robe, you can see the tailoring on this figure is absolutely amazing. I love the multiple layers. It's just like we got with Anakin, both Anakins. You got multiple layers. It reminds me of Darth Vader, where he's got those multiple layers of fabric going on, and it just adds to the realism. It does hinder the articulation just a touch. You got to be a little bit more careful with it. You can get some great poses out of this guy. You just got to work the material a little bit and take your time and try to get some cool poses out of it. I'm going to break out some other figures that maybe you haven't seen before, or maybe you haven't seen in a very long time, and we're going to kind of size them up next to Obi-Wan here. Now, right off the bat, you can see the multiple layers as I was talking about. You can see the actual finish of the outer robe and then the undergarment, if you will. The undergarment actually matches the boots, which is I mean, he's a fashion dude. I guess Jedi were all about fashion, but it actually does match, and it probably matches his boxers or briefs or whatever Obi-Wan wears. I don't know what Jedi wear. Take a look at the belt. You can see it's just, again, layer upon layer, multiple colors. They're not all the same. We've got some metal accents, which are not actually metal. They're actually plastic. And he does come with this little tiny accessory that plugs into the saber that allows him to have the hilt attached to his belt. And I'm warning you right now, it is tiny. And I'm just put it on here for this video. It's going back in the box because you're absolutely going to lose it. Moving on down to the boots, like I said, they do match the undergarment, and they're actually very well done. They're actually well done. You can see kind of they got multiple pieces going on here, but it does. They're not the most articulated feet on the planet. They're just not. So the boot is actually one piece, and it's got this layer on top of the actual original layer. And you do have a little bit of angle pivot. You got a little, as far as side to side goes, you're okay with that. But if you take your time with this, I think you can actually get some cool poses. You can see here, I actually have them, somewhat in a dynamic pose. Give you a little example. Take a look at the accessories Obi-Wan comes with. He's going to get a pile of stuff with the standard version. Now remember, I do have the deluxe, so there are some extra accessories you get with the deluxe version that you're definitely going to want to see in just a little bit. But these is what, if you bought the standard, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 8 hands, 2 of which are obviously still on the figure. Both of those are a right and a left force pose or force wielding hands. That's what I've got on the figure right this second. On the right here we have a grabbing hand on right and a left. You get that. You get this awesome Obi-Wan pose. Check this thing out. This one's actually really, really cool. Look at the detail on this thing. But you've seen him use this when he was fighting General Grievous in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So that one's pretty cool. He used that one quite a lot, so that's pretty cool. Kind of a characteristic Obi-Wan deal. He has another left hand here. This was actually a specific hand for this figure because he actually uses it to hold this little baby right here. He's got this little comm link, a little telecommunicator going on. So he does come with this. Remember, he's using this to communicate across the galaxies. Like, they must have really, really good reception, but it actually, the paint work on this and the detail on it is actually pretty neat. So that hand is actually specific for that accessory. And then we've got 2, a right and a left, saber wielding hands right there. Now, we also have a hand that I will never ever use, which is this right here, this light up function hand. The batteries go right in here. And it does come with a battery, so that's nice of them to do that. But I will never use this because you actually have to pull the other arm out, attach this one. You can't really do a whole lot with this. So these never ever leave the package for me, and but you might want to use it. Here's a close-up look at the saber. We already saw it kind of hanging off the belt, but I can tell you the detail on this thing is awesome. I will tell you, warning, this part right here, is actually pretty wide, so you want to be careful when you're placing that in the hand. Take your time placing this into the saber holding hands, I will tell you that. And like I said earlier, there's this little, you see this little circular hole right here. That's where this tiny, I mean, look how it's tiny. This little peg goes into that hole and it actually hangs on the belt. You can see that's going back in the package because I'm absolutely going to lose that thing. In addition to the saber, we're going to get this battle droid, this damaged. It's actually, well, it's a half a battle droid, but you can see they took time. We've got shading going on. I mean, really well done. You can see right here, like he's cut through it. He's like heat melted this droid's face off. And I mean, they took a lot of time to paint this thing. I'm really happy about this thing. Now, I do have some Sideshow 1/6 scale battle droids we'll take a look at with Obi-Wan here in just a minute. But there's the head. The head on the Hot Toys version is just a tad bigger, but we'll look at that in just a second. But here we go. Here's the body of one. This is another accessory you're going to get with the standard, so you don't have to worry about getting any crazy stuff with the deluxe. This is just the standard stuff. Look at the paint. For a detail piece, for a diorama piece, for a display piece, I think they nailed it. I really, really like this thing. And to have like Obi-Wan, and how many droids did he actually destroy throughout the prequels? I mean, it was a pile of them. It was crazy. Here's another accessory you're going to get, another piece of a battle droid. You're going to get an arm sliced off. Right there, you actually have a little bit of orange melty paint going on right there, along with the blaster. Now, the blaster does not come out of the hand. Don't try. You're going to break it. Don't do that. But I will tell you, the blaster is actually painted pretty well. Do have some weathering going on, some silver wash going on. And I think it's very, very well done. So super happy to have these. If you got the standard and that's all you got, I think you'd be pretty happy with it. If you did decide to pick up the deluxe version, you're actually going to get this awesome holographic display table. It is cool. I mean, it's for a display piece, I'm always like, I love it when they throw in some extra stuff. Now I know we paid a little bit extra for this, but I think it's worth it. I think it's cool to give that extra display ability factor. And for me, shelf presence is everything when it comes to these figures, whether it's statues or Hot Toys, whatever. It's just everything. So let's take a closer look at this thing. I will tell you, the actual table doesn't have much weathering on it whatsoever. It's pretty much flat. It's almost like it was brand new, and then they like just decided to put it in the box. Like, it's never been used. It never got put on a ship. It never was on the Death Star. It was never anywhere, and it was just this brand new. So it's actually pretty cool. I would have liked to see a little, washing going on, a little dirt, a little grime, a little metallic. I think that would have been pretty cool. But so overall, it's actually kind of flat, but it does light up. They do not include the batteries for this thing, but it does light up. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit, so you can see how it lights up. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool piece. Now, the most important pieces are actually what's on top of it, or what you can place on top of it. So we're actually going to get two different holographic figurines, and I'm telling you, they went above and beyond with these things. They are super cool. Take a look at Anakin first. You can see right here as he's bowing down. Now, you can figure this is from the scene where he's bowing down talking to Palpatine. But that's pretty cool. Look how they did this. It actually looks, if you look at it, you can see the ridges going on this thing. It actually looks like it's 3D printed, so it actually has that holographic effect. And they actually have a little bit of gold, yellow paint going on here at the top, and then a little bit there on the hand as well. And then the rest of it kind of fades down, and I think that's super cool. As the light from the table shines through this thing, it's actually a pretty neat little feature. But I can tell you that Anakin looks awesome. He's got his robe bent back right here. He's got it like flat across the ground here. It is empty on the inside, so it does allow light to travel up through and kind of permeate through. It's actually a pretty cool effect. But I think that's pretty cool. But also, not only do we get Anakin, we also get, we get this guy. We get Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious. Look at this guy. He is super, super cool. Again, with the face paint, you're going to have some yellowish going on here, yellowish with the hands, so you have a little bit of a fake skin tone going on, even though it's a hologram. But again, with the detail, you can see the 3D printed effect, the holographic effect. And again, of course, it is empty on the inside, but it is very cool. Size-wise, obviously, Emperor's standing up, and we got Anakin kind of kneeling down. So this guy's a little bit bigger, but I think these are pretty cool. I'd like to see a lot more of these. Winning the award for the creepiest accessory of all time for any figure ever is Baby Luke. So this comes with the deluxe version as well. It's very well done. It's very, very well done. The texture on it is awesome. The paint's awesome. I mean, it's just creepy. It's creepy good. I'm not gonna put that. Look at that. It is creepy good. Now, I don't know how many people are gonna display their Obi-Wan Kenobi holding a Baby Luke, but it might happen. I can tell you mine won't be that way. Mine's definitely going to be stuck in a box. And sorry, Luke, but it ain't happening. But that is a part of the deluxe package. All right, so this is the time we've been talking about. We got some figure comparisons. I'm going to break out two more figures on top of this one. This is obviously the dark side, Revenge of the Sith Anakin, next to Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi. I can tell you these two paired up are freaking beautiful. You can see the huge contrast of colors between the dark, black, brown Anakin, and we got this light cream, light versus dark. I don't know what else to say. That is what it is, right? So very, very cool. I mean, these two pair up, look amazing, and they're going to look great. Even if you just had them just like this sitting on a shelf, I can tell you it does look great. Now, you look at Obi-Wan, you can see I've got the elbows up. It did take a little bit of futzing to go around to get him to hold that saber in that position, but you can do it. In fact, I could probably press it even further, and I might just do that for the display purposes. But I can tell you, I like the contrast of these two on the shelf together, and even without the robes. I will tell you, the Obi-Wan robe is by far superior to Anakin, but both of them, just side by side, I think they look fantastic. As promised, I was going to break out a villain, a special surprise for you guys. Some of you may have never seen this figure before, and some of you may have. Maybe you got it, I don't know. But this is a very, very rare Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale General Grievous. And I've had this thing for a couple years now, and I absolutely love it. It is a complete complete challenge to pose. I'll be quite honest with you. It's a complete challenge to pose, but I will tell you the detail on this thing is absolutely beautiful. And obviously, I'm going to have him somehow posed up fighting Obi-Wan because that'd just be super cool. Now, the General Grievous does actually come with 2 sets of arms. He's got the dual arms going on here, and he also has the 4-arm display as when he was fighting Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones. And I can tell you this thing is just absolutely beautiful. I love this one. So having these two paired together, finally, as soon as I saw Obi-Wan announced last year, I knew exactly he's going to be fighting Grievous. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to reenact those battles. I would absolutely love to have a Clone Wars Anakin, a Clone Wars Obi-Wan, and a Clone Wars Ahsoka. Oh, to fight Grievous. How awesome would that be? I'm telling you, I would freaking nerd out right there. It would be amazing. Give me some clones. We're getting Commander Cody from Revenge of the Sith, and I'm telling you, I'm just super excited about this thing. Man, let me tell you what. If you'd like to see me do a review, a showcase on General Grievous, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm telling you, it would take me a while to do because it's got so much cool stuff, and the posing is just crazy. If you guys want to see that, I will absolutely take the time to make that happen for you. You just got to let me know down below. And I thought we'd take a look at one more figure, which was going to be Obi-Wan and the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale battle droid, and from Geonosis. I'm super excited. I know I have a 2-pack of the Geonosis droids. I'm definitely on the hunt to get some more. There's a pile of them. There's the vehicles. There's all kinds of cool stuff with these guys. But I can tell you, I've been kind of piling some of these prequel figures over the past little bit, and I'm super excited because the diorama display and the posability, the displayability, shelf presence of all this stuff together is going to be amazing. Super excited to have these two together. After taking a very good look at this figure, I can without a doubt recommend, if you're a Star Wars fan, you should absolutely pick this up. And I would tell you, you can get the standard version. I think you'd be happy, but I think you'd be missing out if you didn't get the deluxe, because later on down the road, you're going to wonder, hey, I can get this cool stuff. I can get the base with the holographic display. I can get the creepy baby Luke. Yeah, you know, that might be a thing. I don't know. But for me, I like the deluxe. I like having the stand. I like having display options. If you look at the photo that I put up of Obi-Wan looking down on Anakin and Palpatine there on that, I just think it's cool. I don't know. Got more Star Wars Hot Toys figures coming out. Actually, the next Hot Toy video I got coming out is a concept art Iron Man Mark 46. Super excited about that one because I've got some cool stuff planned for that one. Just super excited. If you'd like to see a review on General Grievous or the battle droids or really anything else in my collection, I've got piles of stuff here. I got all kinds of stuff. Just let me know in the comment section down below what you'd like to see next. Would it be Marvel? Would it be Star Wars? What is there a particular figure you'd like to see? That's what I want to hear from you guys. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, join the patrol because it's a good place to be. As always, guys, collect what you like. We'll see you next time.